Newsletter Al-Mawrid America. October 2024. Summary of the 23 Objections video series in Urdu. The 23 Objections video series discusses criticisms and objections raised against Javed Ahmed Ghamidi's thoughts from traditional religious perspectives. Ahsan Elias, Director of Research and Communication at the Ghamidi Center of Islamic Learning, USA, presents a simple and clear summary of all the topics covered so far. This series will be released sequentially on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel with modern editing techniques. Dr. Muhammad Akram Nadvi's visit to the Ghamidi Center. Islamic scholar and Hadis teacher, Dr. Muhammad Akram Nadvi, visited the Ghamidi Center last month from the UK. Dr. Nadvi is the Dean of Cambridge Islamic College, Principal of Al-Salam Institute, and author of numerous books. During his stay, Ahsan Elias interviewed him about his religious and scholarly background, his journey from India to the UK, and key questions related to Islamic thought. The interview is available on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Ghamidi Center's book stall. Last month, the Ghamidi Center participated in ISNA's annual gathering in the USA and set up a book stall. Some authors were present and signed books for buyers. A large number of people visited the stall and purchased books. Conversing Islam. In this program, questions related to religious, moral, and social topics are discussed. The show is hosted by Hamza Ali Abbasi, with Ahsan Elias as a guest. Last month, key topics such as takfir in Islam, tawheed, shirk, and Sufi stages, the debate on rights and proper attitude, and from differences to respect, were discussed. The recordings of these programs can be viewed on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Jamaati Islami, Past, Present, and Future. This topic was discussed during the weekly live Q&A sessions held by the Ghamidi Center last month. The discussion shed light on the past, present, and future of Jamaati Islami and various aspects of Maulana Maududi's life. Key points discussed included the history and challenges of Jamaati Islami, the objectives resolution, a major achievement of Jamaat, and the death sentence of Maulana Maududi. Recordings of these sessions can be watched on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Mosque Management in Pakistan, Javed Ahmed Ghamidi's stance. This article by Manzoor Ul-Hassan explains Javed Ahmed Ghamidi's position on mosque management in Pakistan. He highlights three essential points from a Sharia perspective. First, it is the government's responsibility to organize Friday and Eid prayers. Second, these prayers should be conducted in grand mosques or designated places under government supervision. Third, the ruler or their representative should deliver the sermon in these prayers. This article can be read in last month's issue of Ishraq America, Urdu. Tafhim Al-Athar Project. In the program titled Tafhim Al-Athar under the Ghamidi Center, the sayings and actions of the companions peace be upon him and successors, Tabi'un, are explained, along with Q&A sessions on selected narrations. Dr. Syed Madiur Rahman hosts the program, with Dr. Amar Khan Nazir as a guest. Last month, the program focused on the status and ranks of the rightly guided caliphs and the companions based on the sayings of Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas, Imam Jafar al-Sadiq, and Imam Bakr, Raziyallahu anhu. Additionally, discussions were held on the glad tidings for the companions in the Quran, their avoidance of innovations, and the consequences of neglecting their knowledge and actions. These programs can be watched on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Ghamidi Center's Online Spiritual Training, Kanka. The Ghamidi Center's online spiritual training program continues. This program primarily focuses on self-reform, with Muaz Amjad discussing issues related to personal spiritual development and answering relevant questions from the audience. Last month, 4 sessions were held, and their recordings are available on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Ghamidi Center's online educational courses. In September 2024, Ghamidi Center of Islamic Learning produced 2 courses in English for its online learning platforms Udemy and Teachable. Lectures for the course, Principles of Understanding the Quran, were recorded by Dr. Shayad Salim, while the Belief in the Hereafter course's audio was created using AI. The video editing and modern animation for these courses are ongoing, after which they will be available on the Ghamidi Center's Teachable website and Udemy. Lectures on Hijab by Dr. Shayad Salim. Last month, Dr. Shayad Salim recorded 3 lectures in English on the subject of hijab, which was previously discussed in the 23 Objections series. One of these lectures has been released on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel, while the other 2 will be aired soon after editing. Ijma, Javed Ahmed Ghamidi's Perspective. The topic of Ijma, consensus, was discussed in the 23 Objections video series. In recent episodes, Javed Ahmed Ghamidi explained his view on Ijma, stating that it applies not only to collective matters but also to individual ones. The differences between Javed Ahmed Ghamidi and other scholars regarding Ijma were also discussed, particularly how collective matters were examined during the rule of the rightly guided caliphs. Additionally, the Quranic verses presented by scholars in support of Ijma were addressed. These programs can be viewed on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Teaching of Alban in English. Dr. Shayad Salim is responsible for teaching Javed Ahmed Ghamidi's Quranic commentary, Alban, in English. In September 2024, he discussed verses 131 to 185 of Surah Al-Imran. The recordings of these sessions are available on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Islam Study Circle. In September 2024, Dr. Shayad Salim discussed the topics of revealed books, avoiding deception, and justice-based behavior in the Islam Study Circle program. He also answered questions at the end of the session. The recording can be viewed on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Weekly Quran and Hadis lessons. In September 2024, Javed Ahmed Ghamidi completed the lessons on Surah Qaf and began discussing verses 1 to 14 of Surah Maryam in the live Quran and Hadis lessons organized by the Ghamidi Center. In the Hadis lessons, after answering a question regarding the punishment of the grave, he discussed the Hadis of Jibreel, touching upon topics such as, what is faith? What is Islam? And definition of destiny. These sessions can be watched on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Teaching of Meezan in English. Last month, Dr. Shayad Salim recorded lectures in English on the topic of war prisoners and spoils of war from Javed Ahmed Ghamidi's book Meezan. This lecture is available on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Elm O Hikmat with Ghamidi, Elm O Hikmat, Ghamidi K. South. In September 2024, the renowned program Elm O Hikmat with Ghamidi aired on Dunia News, featuring discussions on questions from Christians to Muslims, film, drama, and acting, and viewer-submitted questions. Important questions, such as, is it permissible to perform acts of polytheism as part of acting in films or dramas? What is the connection between the rise and fall of nations and morality, and what was the wisdom behind the miraculous birth of Jesus alayhi salam, were explored. These programs are available on the Ghamidi Center's YouTube channel. Private online consulting sessions with Dr. Shayad Salim. Dr. Shayad Salim conducts private online consulting sessions every month, where people seek advice on various personal and family-related issues. Last month, more than 30 sessions were held, during which individuals sought advice on parental challenges, adolescent issues, and marital problems. Issuance of fatwas based on religious opinions. People often contact the Ghamidi Center of Islamic Learning, USA, for legal applications of Sharia, particularly regarding marriage, divorce, inheritance, and other social and economic aspects. Last month, 2 fatwas were issued in response to various needs, guided by Javed Ahmed Ghamidi and issued by Hassan Elias. Ask Dr. Shayad Salim. This is a monthly live Q&A session in which Dr. Shayad Salim answers questions related to religious, moral, and social topics. People can ask questions in both Urdu and English during this session.